What's going on, Comedy Calendar fam? It's Art Roach here, and this is the Caribbean Comedy Calendar. Guys, it's going to be an amazing week of comedy, but kick things off, I want to introduce my co-host, Sebi Alvarez. Sebi, how you doing, brother?
Ja, man. We were killing it this weekend at the Miami Improv. It was actually amazing this last weekend. Little last minute, we had to fill in. We were called in from the bullpen to fill in for the weekend, and it was great, man. And I agree. We also have a fantastic week of comedy with some really dope comics coming through South Florida.
Dude, I am excited for this week. Last week or the week before, they linked Tylenol and autism. Yeah, which is. This week on the news, I saw that they've linked finasteride and suicide. Okay. So, yeah, any of you guys out there taking finasteride, if you don't, yeah, I mean it's a hair treatment to have your hair grow back. I'm not taking it, but
unless you want to unalive yourself, in which case, well, take it.
Yeah, I didn't think about it like that. You're right. I mean, I did want to kill myself when I realized my hair was thinning. Yeah. But that's unrelated. I don't think that's how the study went. But
maybe there's a correlation there.
Definitely.
Yeah.
All right, let's kick things off. You already kind of let us know a little bit, Sebastian, but this past weekend, Sebastian and I were called up to perform with Major Hype. So big thanks to Major Hype. Nick Safrant was actually on the lineup as well. He did an amazing job this weekend. But Sebi, you and I got called up. We were able to perform. I got to host two of the shows. You got to feature on one of the shows and then host the second night. How did that go?
Dude, it was awesome. I mean, Major Hype was absolutely hilarious. First of all, he came through and just killed it. And his audience was amazing. Like every night he brought out a great audience that was there to laugh and see comedy and like enjoy comedy. It was definitely a Caribbean crowd. Like the minute he got on stage and started calling out all the different countries, like it was represented, especially Jamaica was out there representing heavy for Major Hype, who is Jamaican. So it was dope just having the opportunity to go up on a show like that where, those aren't the usual crowds that you and I get to perform at when we're at the Miami Improv. It's always amazing to see like hyper specific crowds come through because you get a kind of a taste of like that culture because the comedy and just the general vibes in the room completely shift for whomever is there representing. So whether it's, we have Latin comics that come through that kind of go through each country. You have Venezuelan is a different vibe than a Mexican show, then is a Cuban show, then is whatever. And it's just awesome. And this weekend, we really got an opportunity to go out there and enjoy Major Hype's incredible audience and crowd and the vibes that were in there. So huge shout out to Major and man, it was a great weekend. Also shout out to Nick Sufran who came through and killed it too.
Yeah, dude. And then we all kind of got the last minute call. So it's, a blessing to be able to get called up and perform. Mm-hmm. I know Nick, I think he wasn't even in the building and he got the call and he came rushing through. And also on the second show for me, I got to, Papa Keith was there and he got to kind of kick things off and introduce me, which was a huge honor. Miami local legend. So it was cool. And he did a little bit of time up front. So, nice. So it was very, very nice. Yeah, really cool weekend. I mean, dude, this is why we do it. And that's why we're there at the Improv. So thank you for the Improv for giving us the opportunity. I was actually, I felt a little stiff on my first show. And Nick gave me some good advice. For the second day, I didn't get to perform, but I definitely dressed for the part. Yeah, there we go. You can see me with Major Hype there. Dude, again, thank you so much. It was so cool. And not only was he killer on the on the stage, but in the green room, the business mindset, a lot of the knowledge he had, he shared it freely, and he really, really was cool, like all the way. So big shout out, Major Hype. Thanks again, man. And both of us got to perform Comedy Calendar.
Heck yeah.
Hell yeah, baby. This week we have an action-packed week of comedy. We're gonna kick things off on Wednesday. A friend of ours, friend of the podcast, Michael Anochi, is going to be performing his headlining gig at the FTL Improv. Nice. 7:30, Wednesday, October 8th. I've been looking forward to this show. We've been working with him for over a year now. Dart actually filmed with him his podcast a couple of months ago. And Michael's been really, he's an LA comic based out of LA, but he travels. He does comedy all over. And this Fort Lauderdale show is something he's been really pushing and looking forward to. He's actually going to have two amazing comedians opening with him. Greg Hahn is actually going to be there. Nice. Last time we saw him, you just reminded me a little ago, was when he opened for Louis C.K.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, when Louis did trying out new material at the Miami Improv. I think it was like in February. He did it for a Monday, Tuesday. He did 2 shows, which were amazing. Yeah. And Greg, believe it or not, I remember after he performed, it was one of the most frequent times I've ever had people come back and ask, what's the name of that opener? And also we were getting emails and phone calls the next day because he performed Monday, Tuesday. So that weekend, that Friday, Saturday, Sunday, when we had people in the box office that were opening and they were taking calls and answering emails, one of the major questions that we got from people that were at that Louis show was, what was the name of the opener? What was the name of the opener? What was the name of the opener? And it's because it was Greg, and he absolutely destroyed. It's the reason why when I saw his name now, it immediately clicked. I've only seen him there once for 2 nights, and having to repeat his name so many times to let people know who he was incredible.
No, and the fact that Michael got him for his show is going to be crazy.
It's going to be awesome. Yeah, if you get Mike, you get Greg, you get Anthony, you get all this, and Dart is going to be there filming it. So he's going to be taking pictures. He's going to be getting the ambiance. He might be doing some like interviews with the audience, trying to get a feel for how the show was. So if you guys are trying to find something to do, Wednesday at FTL, that's going to be the 8th, correct? Yep. Wednesday the 8th at 7:30, guys. You definitely got to be out there. FTL Improv or improvftl.com is the website that you can go to get those tickets.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and you said it already. So with me, Michael Lenoci, Greg Hahn, and Anthony Staridi. I haven't seen Anthony perform, but I talked to Michael a little bit earlier in the week, and I mean, obviously he brought them in for a reason, and he's raving about these guys. I'm kind of glad it's going to be a 3-man operation because you're going to get a ton of time from each one of them. And again, like you said, Dart's going to be there, so we'll definitely have cool footage. We'll definitely have some reels to show after the show. So kill it, man. Kill it this week, Michael. Moving on, Wednesday, if you're not up in Fort Lauderdale, so we got Wednesday, October 8th at Pub 52 in South Miami. We have our new show that we're doing at 8 p.m. This will be our 3rd week of open mic there at Pub 52. Big shout out Becky, man. She's been putting out content. She's been pushing the ads. That's exactly what we want to see from rooms. You know, everyone that we've interviewed here that are showrunners have commented that when you have that partnership with the venue, it really makes things work. So they're pushing hard. This Wednesday, 8 p.m., we're going to be doing it again. I got a couple of people that have already reached out from Broward and West Palm that are coming down to perform.
Sweet.
So it should be a good week. And if the rain helps us out here on Wednesday, it's going to be a really good show. It's going to be a good time.
I'm excited, man. I'm glad to be back at Pub 52 again for another week of comedy, guys. If you are looking for something to do down in that South Miami area during the week, that's such a perfect option because they have great food, they have great drinks, their tap is really, really good. I mean, there's a few options that compete with it in that South Miami, Coral Gable-ish area on Wednesday nights. So if you guys are looking for something to do and something to kind of take your time on a Wednesday night, other than just like sitting at home and watching Netflix, you definitely want to come out to Pub 52 because we got some really great comics that are performing, coming out, and spending time there. Yeah, they have, like you said it already, they have a full kitchen, so you can come for dinner. Yep. And they have drink specials going on during the show. So definitely trying to incentivize and get people out there. And we're doing, I mean, it's going to be a couple more weeks of open mics, but this room is going to, it's going to grow, it's going to change, it's going to evolve. It sits, 150, 160 people as is. So the goal is to really turn it into a comedy venue here in South Florida. Nice. The venue is really pushing for it, and I think they picked the right partners to do it with. So it's going to be a good time. Looking forward to that, 100%. And I invited Miami Fabian this weekend. I'm not sure if he's coming out, but I'm trying to invite a couple of kind of VIPs. Oh, nice. To come out, check it out, and help us with if nothing else, just advice, perspective, and a lot of people that are trying to. Miami Fabian has a great show that he's starting now as well, out in Doral. If you guys want to check that out, it's I think every other Friday happening right now. But go on his page. It's Miami Fabian is his name on Instagram, right? So check that out. Definitely go check out his page and get some tickets for that show too, because those are also fun shows happening. And I don't know if there's one this week. I don't know if we're on the off week. Well, the good news is that he's been tagging the comedy calendar on all the posts. So you'll see it on our story. So this is, I think, is the off week, but then next week they'll have one. Perfect. But yeah, I mean, dude, if you guys haven't seen Miami Fabian, he works with Have-Nots, he works with everybody. Yeah. Really good guy, and definitely investing in the South Florida comedy scene. 1-800-NO-FAULT. Amen. There you go. Free sponsorship on this one. Sponsor us. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. There's a free plug on this one, yeah. Yeah. Nah, but definitely anyone that's showing love is really, really cool. Mm-hmm. Now, this Thursday, October 9th, at the Fort Lauderdale Improv, we're going to have Nima Naz. He's an Iranian-Canadian comedian who you've probably seen his content online. His tour, I love it. It's called My Stupid Life Tour. Nice. So he does a lot of, a lot of the cultural integration comedy. Like he does a lot of things about being an immigrant, about having parents who are immigrants. Mm-hmm. And dude, it's my kind of comedy. You know what I mean? I'm an immigrant. I love that kind of stuff. The perspective of being Iranian-Canadian definitely... Say that 5 times really fast. Yeah, well, I don't want to because I don't want to be on a no-fly list. Right, of course. But
it's going to be a good show. And what I love is what you said earlier about the Caribbean crowd. Like, this is going to bring its own crowd out. It's, a very specific kind of humor. And he's going to pack it out. He's actually at the Fort Lauderdale Improv on Thursday. But I believe he's at the Miami Improv on Wednesday as well. So there's going to be, you have 2 chances to catch Nima down here in South Florida. Don't miss it. I have a couple of Comedy Calendar fans that I'm pretty sure, they haven't hit me up yet, but I'm pretty sure they're going to be at one of these 2 shows. They never miss these comedians when they come down. So it's going to be a good time. I'm looking forward to it. And guys, if you do go to the shows, send me some content. Send me some pictures. Send me some footage. We most likely won't be able to be there in Fort Lauderdale this week, but we'd love to shout you guys out. We'd love to shout it out next week and how it went. So it'd be a good time. The big show this weekend, though, the one that I know we've been looking forward to, a friend of ours, not yet a friend of the podcast, but hopefully soon a friend of the podcast, Justin Silva, is coming to the Miami Improv this weekend. He's going to be here Friday to Sunday, 5 shows. Last time he was here, Sebi, I know he packed the place out and absolutely killed it on every show. What can you think? What do you think we can expect this week from Justin Silva?
I think a lot of the same, man. Like I said, it's not his first time down here in Miami. We're definitely going to have a lot of repeat people that are coming back who saw him the last few times that he's come through. I think it's going to be a great show. I love his style of comedy on stage. Is really funny. He's been touring pretty much almost nonstop for the last few years. So you're getting a guy who's seasoned, he's ready to go, and he knows this audience. He's been here before, and last time he was here, he absolutely murdered. So I'm really looking forward to seeing whatever new material he has. Hopefully we see Jay Moreno on that lineup. I think Jay will probably be opening for him.
Well, that's exactly what I was going to say. So I always look forward to seeing who he's going to have on the show. I just ran into Jay Moreno like 2 or 3 days ago, and unfortunately, he will not be there this weekend. He's booked, I think, I don't want to say the wrong place, so I'm not going to say it, but he's booked somewhere this weekend, okay. So he will not be there with Justin.
Good problems to have.
Yeah, amen, good problems. But I am interested in who is going to be there, because Justin always brings fire. Yeah. His whole show, the whole lineup is amazing. And he always kind of brings a variety of styles and points of views. So even though if they're talking about the same subjects, they're really hitting it from different angles, which is cool. And Justin, if you don't have anybody lined up yet to host or feature or guest, the Comedy Calendar boys, we did it last week. We just did it this past weekend. So, we got the bona fides to do it. But just in case we would be on standby anyways, just in case in the moment they need anything. Justin Silva's been killing it online, and actually we might be getting an interview with him tomorrow. So cool. That's going to be, hopefully he'll be a new friend of the podcast. So it's going to be a good time this weekend. Do not miss it, guys. I have already 5 to 10 people that have reached out about coming out to Justin Silva this weekend. Come out, hit me up. Whatever apprehension you guys have, let me know. I will mitigate those risks for you and get you guys to come out. Sebi, man, this is our 57th episode of the podcast.
There we go. Nice. 57. I'd lost count after. Once we hit 50, I was like, we'll get there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I stopped keeping track.
I definitely feel like we're hitting a stride, man. I appreciate being on this side a little bit. I'm getting my mojo in. Mm-hmm. Ray, what do you think? Am I doing a good job? Ray approves, guys. That's actually all that matters. This is actually called Ray's Comedy Calendar, guys. You guys don't know this at home, but as long as she approves, we're good. You got anything else for us, Ed, before we get live?
No, man, that's pretty much it. Nice, fun week of comedy. I think there's a nice variety that people have to choose from this week. If you guys want to check out anything else that's also going on, any of those like consistent local open mics that are always going on, or anything adjacent to that throughout the week, you can always go to the link in our bio to that South Florida comedy spreadsheet, where if you're a comic and you want to see where you can get up, or if you're a patron and you want to see where you can go catch some comedy, all that information is there on that spreadsheet. You can just click on it, check it out, and plan your week for comedy.
Hell yeah. And just a last reminder, October 20th, well, not a reminder because I haven't announced it yet. October 20th, I'll be going to Austin, Texas. The Turp Boys and I are going to be there. We're going to be at Kill Tony. We're going to be causing trouble in Austin. So big shout out, my boy Yoel. He already sent me some contacts. Francisco, I'll be doing a show on Tuesday in Spanish there in Austin. So it's going to be a good time. But I'll be reaching out to a couple of the showrunners. I'd love to get at least 1 or 2 more shows while I'm there.
Cool.
But we're gonna be filming a ton of content. Gonna try to hit up Tarno and Cilio, see if we can meet up with them.
Sick.
And in this coming week, guys, I have some other content that we're filming a little bit later today. That's gonna clue in to a little bit more of what's gonna be going on in Austin. So keep checked in for that, guys. It's gonna be a fun week of comedy. Keep laughing.